so people know, okay, this is confidential, but this, no, this doesn't really fit that.
Just for a second, Nathan, do you think you would be able to help me out with that?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Okay, and the final thing is, okay, in terms of like, I know we're not going to vote on this and approve it tonight, but where there's an appendix listed, and there's many appendices listed in here, I don't feel comfortable approving a document when I haven't seen the appendices. So, because they're referenced and they're part of this.
Yeah.
So I would say, if you're not going to bring up the appendices to the very end, maybe we wait and approve the whole thing all at once. Or that's just an issue I have with approving a policy when there's an attached appendix and it's not here.
So I included, so you all know I include all the appendices that have been already created. There's one of just the signing, saying that you agree to the terms that hasn't been created. Part of it is because the whole policy hasn't been created yet, so I need to know what all the policy states in order to create that. And then you're going to get a master spreadsheet that has all the different communication forms on one side. The other access will have all the different projects in that, and I need to complete the policy in order to do that.
Well, I'm just saying, if you want us to adopt this and it references Appendix E, then I can't wait to March to see Appendix E. If we're going to vote on this, I think we need to see Appendix E with it. That's all I'm saying.
And I can't create that till the end, so under that perspective, we would have to wait to approve the whole document.
Well, it's part of the document, it's referenced in the document, so, okay, that's all I have. Email.
So I think in the interest of time, and you guys can just raise your hand over there, please give up, but I think this is great. I think this is a really healthy start of a first discussion on email, but I request that we take the feedback and do some stuff with it on email, and then come up to the next one.
What are you saying?
I request
Tonight, what are you saying for tonight?
that we stop now.
Oh, stop. You're not here then.
Stop, red light up, and then so we can move on with the remainder of the items.
So, point of clarification or process with the suggestions that were made tonight that Tyler took note on, are they going to be automatically incorporated? Because I didn't agree with all of them. So then I'm wondering process-wise about where we would.
Can we hear? That's the point of deliberating policy. I would like to hear what Trustee McKay's,
Right, that's what I'm asking. Is what's the process around that going?
Another option could be we could have a committee of the whole prior to an upcoming meeting to discuss communications.
Special meeting?
Well, a committee of the whole prior to a regular meeting or another meeting.
Before,
It's all.
It's all right
Should
here,
we
yeah.
start
It
at
has to be video.
4 a.m.?
So.
Well, I ask if we do that we ask everyone to be succinct and not repetitive and to respect everyone else's time. This is a long thing, and if we're going to be going nitpicking through everything as a whole, we all know here that's going to take hours and hours.
So
and hours.
one thing, and I'll just throw this out there, one thing that we're doing at CDA right now to draft our bylaws is that I sent out a draft to the members, and they were required to get back to me about a certain date with their feedback, of which I'm going to zip into a PDF and send out to everyone. And then we as staff are sifting through those comments and provided an updated draft that may or may not address the points that are in there. But I think the value of it is that it pushes the thought process. That's why we have committees and different groups who do things.
Okay, but this is a policy.
Yeah.
I want to hear my fellow members' thoughts on that policy. So I wouldn't do that for a policy. That's my own opinion. That's the point of public deliberations on public policy. So I respectfully, I understand for committees or something, but as legislators, if someone's not interested, there's no reason, if we have a quorum, that person has to stay and listen. But this is a public meeting and we're talking about a public policy, and I don't think anyone really repeated anything tonight. So I don't know how to make that shorter.
So both are good approaches. It depends on how you guys want to proceed as a board. I don't have a magical answer for you.
If we could identify what
items we don't have consent. As we go along during the discussion, all this kind of voices or something we don't agree with. Kind of with like the parklet policy, that a couple things were identified where the board has to, it still hasn't decided with it. Other things where there seem to be maybe staff hears people and they can decide, and at least attempt, if the things mesh, modify the policy. And identify where you think there's still needs more debate, at least move this along.
Can I propose something?
Well,
Hopefully this is it.
Here's, I mean, it's okay, you know, as Becky mentioned, it's okay taking a few weeks to digest and that. And I think this kind of, the first go around kind of shows we need to do that. So you've seen the document, so maybe what we can do is for round 2, if you have items of concern, like examples, Trustee Menta wants language about the bicarbonate copy. Like, I know that's her opinion, but I don't know what the other 6 of you feel about that. So from a staff perspective, like, I don't know, should I go ahead and do that or not? So maybe what would be helpful is between now and the next meeting, you know, all of you can review the document. We can use the first meeting to present, and then you can send me what are your issues. Like Trustee Menta went through hers. You know, she wants those included. I can get together a list, and then round 2 we go through that list, and I can hear from you all if you want that included or not. And then I get a consensus from the board, you all letting me know that hey, I know as a group that that's what you like. I go back to the drawing board. And then for that 3rd meeting is when we consider.
Would lack of written response constitute?
submission.
Yeah.
Not necessarily, because between the first and the second meeting, even if you don't get back to me, you'll still have that public discussion on how you feel about everyone's opinion.
How are we getting back to?
Email?
We're not copying each other?
No.
And then if you have a question.
No,
We
just
see and no
direct
reply.
reply. Is that an okay approach?
Well, I think it's one we could consider trying, because I think the toughest part is agreement amongst this group.
Yeah, because I'm reviewing some of these comments right now. I'm like really struggling with myself because I don't know how you all feel about it.
Yep.
And so part of it's to protect me, but I think part of it too is also to allow you all to have a good guided discussion on that can be efficiently done. So if you're okay with that, I can send out a formal email requesting that from you all and prepare that for the next meeting.
But first I'm going to hear from Trustee Kate.
I just wanted to clarify, so when you collate the comments, then we'll get that as part of our board materials for the next meeting.
That was my plan.
That would
Is
be
everyone okay with that?
Yeah,
So
'cause
you
part
would
of it-
literally see what every trustee is
Yeah, you
commenting
don't have
on.
to say who did, who suggested what, it's just present them as.
Yeah, or below like suggested changes.
Just
Exactly.
a master list?
Yeah.
Exactly,
I
because
can
that
do that.
gives me time to think before I get here and then,
Yeah.
Okay.
discuss.
We kind of have options then.
Or can I make one other suggestion going on that? It doesn't have to be the suggestion, it can be the topic. Because what if one person suggested, modifying 24 hours to 10, and you know what I mean? Like, if you just want a list of the topics that you want to bring forward for us to discuss, I don't know, whichever way is easier, that's just another way to shorten it, suggestion. Sure.
Okay.
You can figure out the
Yep.
Okay.
Thank you.
Are we going to stop?
It's a good start.
Yeah.
Thank
We
you.
got your email.
It's a really good start.
First one.
Good. That's a
And it's always important to take a first
That's
one.
Well, we kind of got through.
We're
Well, I'm going to count it as a win, guys.
Oh.
Yeah, success.
Don't let the good enough.
Maybe.
All right.
That's the enemy of the good.
Okay.
Okay. Next item. Rebecca's going to update us on the 1/16/18 North Shore Fire Board discussion on possible purchase of the Shorewood Fire Station property.
Did everyone have an opportunity to review the chief's update?
In our packet.
Yes, in the
There wasn't
packet.
anything additional in the email or?
No, it was primarily this update.
Can you summarize it? I did, it's just basically saying he needs a quick response.
Sure, he received the response. They conducted a meeting of the North Shore Fire Board last week, Tuesday. And the department continues to want to have interest in purchasing the property. They do, as a board, also see a benefit of exploring other options of development with the site that may include more than a station. And that they're going to be researching that possibility and coming back together hopefully in 4 to 6 weeks to conclude on how the North Shore Fire Board intends to proceed with both an offer and or any other option for the site.
So is that the public part that we can tell people? Because people are starting to ask questions and it's in the packet and I haven't been clear on what I can say.
This memo, and the reason I asked specifically for this memo coming out from North Shore was so that they documented for purposes of their board where they're at the process. So this is a public document, this meeting memo dated January 18th. And did so with that in mind, because I'm sure different people will have questions.
I didn't understand, in a couple of these paragraphs, a potential offer to purchase from the village. Is that word issuing the offer to purchase?
So they're purchasing it from the village.
North Shore Fire
Oh,
Department.
to purchase from the village, not,
Oh, yeah.
they're not offering the purchase.
Right.
Oh, no.
It's
So Rebecca, does that mean that they're looking for guidance on what? Because they're going to come back to us regardless, right?
Correct, in 4 to 6 weeks.
With an offer.
They're exploring an offer as well as other potential uses for the site that may include something in addition to the fire station.
Okay. And what are they looking for us tonight? I know we're going to go into closed session, but what's the request for us to go into closed session to consider?
I believe it is listed, just so I get it right. Sorry. My agenda
To
closed.
discuss the possible sale of the fire station.
Correct. And that concludes that report.
Okay.
So before we go into closed session, we should finish up the other items on the agenda.
Number 7 was items removed from the consent
Right.
agenda.
So item 4B, consider approval of village board minutes December 18, 2017. Is there a motion to approve?
I move to approve the village board minutes of December 18, 2017.
Second.
The reason
Discussion.
we discussed maybe would help before we make the motions, as Rebecca asked, because,
I did this way. We've got a motion in a second.
okay, so just discussion? Okay, so the discussion was, go ahead, Rebecca, because I pulled them, so you.
There were some additional comments that came in after the packet was sent out. And so Sarah's had an opportunity to review some of those and make revisions to the minutes. In all fairness to the group, and on Mike's point, it's hard to get updated documents when you're sitting here at a meeting, such as minutes, and then take action on them. So hence the suggestion to withdraw it from the consent agenda, and what we're suggesting is that we present them to you at the next meeting.
So I move to amend, can I amend the motion? I move to defer discussion of those minutes to the following board meeting.
Second. Discussion on that? Seeing none, all in favor of the amendment to defer?
Well, I have a question. Are we talking both sets of minutes?
Right now, we're just talking
Just the
one.
one, okay.
We might handle the other one a little differently now if it's going in the same direction. Okay. So let's vote on the amendment to defer. All in favor of the amendment to defer, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Essentially, we don't have to go back to the original amendment, is that correct?
It's,
We just, okay, we're deferred on it. And then I might just say if that's the approach that is wanted, are we taking, do we want to take that same approach on January 8th?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so,
So I move to defer the January 8th minutes to the next board meeting.
there a second? Discussion?
so then if we've got questions and, if I've got corrections, I should send them to you? Is that what we're doing? At this point?
Yes.
Do we have the corrected version then? The second version?
No,
So
and
then
I
we
didn't
should-
want to resend them out so people didn't get confused. So if there's more before, I would ask that they be in by Wednesday,
Can we
is that
see
okay?
these corrections before we start correcting them again? I don't even know how extensive these, we may have